Hi kids, Miss Asha is here, and then just like I promised with you, I'm just making all the playlists for all the GCSE grade 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one by one. In the last my video, we just talked about GCSE grade 5 combining ratio, like how we do combining and different type of ratios. But today, that's video. I'm gonna make it a past paper questions like on combining ratio. So basically, I will focus on word problems. So you can see everything on my screen right now, like it's a total 7 question we're gonna do today in that video, like what question exams board is mentioned, everything is mentioned, which paper I take that question. So I take basically that document from Can for, so you can just see like how we do that. Okay, so this is my first question today. He said that there are only blue pants, green pants, and a red pants in a box. So basically, we have a blue, we have a green pants, and a red pants in a box. And then the ratio of the number of the blue pants, the number of a ratio green pants is it 2:5, just like you can see that here. And the green pants to the number of red pants, I have a 4:1. So basically I have there are less than 100 pants in the box. So I have to find out the greatest possible number of a red pants in the box. So let's do step by step, and if you watch my last video, so you probably understand quickly, but if you don't does not understand right now, so just watch my last video. Okay, I'm gonna do like I have a blue color, so I'm gonna make it blue ratio, I'm gonna make it green, I'm gonna make it ratio with red. All right, so if you look my ratios, I have a blue is basically 2, ratio green I have a 2:5. All right kids, and I have the green ratio with red is 4:1, so I'm just gonna write on here 4:1. All right, so I remember that I told you the same thing in the last class as well. I'm just combining, so basically I just multiply these two things. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, so ratio, and then I'm gonna multiply these two things. 4 times 5 is gonna be 20, and I'm gonna multiply, focus kids, I'm gonna multiply this. 4 times 1 is 5 times, sorry, 5 times 1 is 5. So basically I got this number. Okay, so 20 and then 8 and then 5, so this is basically I got my combining ratio. All right, um now, if you focus, he said that I have to find out the greatest possible number of a red box, like red pants in the box. So, how much total is it? 20 plus 8 plus 5 is gonna be 33 total actually. This is a 33 totals I have. Okay, so let's see, find out the greatest combination. I have the greatest combination, like how much I can do. Let me just make a little bit more zoom for you. All right, so now I'm gonna make a different combinations here with, like, so because I have to make combination for red, so let's see how I can make it. 8 ratio 20 ratio with 5, it's give you a 33 actually. Okay, let's make 16 ratio 40 ratio 10. So kids, don't be confused. I'm just using an equivalent fraction because he told me I have basically 100 less than 100 pence in the box. Okay, so I'm just like the first thing I write the same as is 8 ratio 20 ratio 5. I just figure I got 33. Because I have to find out the greatest possible number, I'm finding the equivalent. Like 8 times 2, 16, 20 times 2, 40, 5 times 2. So I just make an equivalent fraction here, like 16, 40, and 10. When I add up this one, I'm getting 66. So still is very like lowest number. Let me try like more. I'm making like now one more equivalent fraction is 24. So basically it's 8 times 3, 24, 20 times 3 is 60, and 5 times 3 is 15. When I check that, this is 99. Oh yes, so basically this one is giving me the less than 100 pen in the box. So I mean greatest possible number is 15 is my answer. Okay, hope you understand. If any point is not make sense, you should tell me. That's it. So it's mean my answer is 15. That's it. Okay, let's do more question. I mentioned the example here as well for you. So probably you can see that like which question is past paper question we did. Okay, let's do a question number 2. He said that in a village, the number of the houses and the number of the flats in the ratio 7:4, and the number of the flats and the number of the bungalows, it's 8:5. So we have the A, there are 50 bungalows in the village, and then how many houses are in their village. So let's figure out. I'm gonna label it this one. Number of houses is basically H ratio, and the number of the flats is F, and the bungalows is basically B. Like a big houses, bungalows mean like that. So let's make a ratio with me. 7 ratio, flat is 4, and then flats is ratio with bangles. I have 8 ratio with 5. Hope you understand, kids. So what I'm gonna do that to making my question a little bit more easy, because I just add a little bit more detailed solution for the previous one. I'm just getting the like just gonna be equivalent, like 2 times 7 is 14. I multiply this thing as well. I'm just making double. 4 times 2 is 8. So ratio 8, and then ratio 5. I hope you understand. When I already make them equal, obviously I just times with 2 this part. 4 times 2, and then this 8, and this is also 8. So this is my fraction. This is my fraction. He said that 50 bungalows in the village. How many houses are in their village? So it's mean this is representing houses, this is representing flats, this one is representing bungalows. So I have the 50 bungalows, so obviously I multiply by 10. I times by 10, kids. So why I times 10? Because obviously 5 times 10 is 50 bungalows. So 8 times 10 is gonna be 80 flats. 14 times 10 is 140. So basically they just talk about the houses, so it's mean this part is just my answer, because he said how many houses, so we just have 140 houses is my answer. I hope you understand. If any step does not make sense here, you can even like comment it in the box, and then you can email to me as well for my answer. Okay, all right, so let's go for question number 3 now. Okay, so for question number 3 is not a word problem. They said A ratio B is equal to 2 ratio 5, and B ratio C is equal to 3 ratio 4. And he said, can you find A ratio B ratio C? Okay, let's do it. A ratio B is equal to 2 ratio 5. So basically they mention in the like a fraction form, but I'm gonna mention it in the ratio form. This is like more easier way to do it. And then B ratio C is gonna be 3 ratio 4. All right, I'm gonna combine it just like I did in my last video. A ratio, but I'm repeating again here again. A ratio B is 2 ratio 5. What's a B ratio C is gonna be 3 ratio 4. The same thing, I use the same way, like just like I did before. I just multiply these two numbers too, because I'm combining ratios. 2 ratio is 3 is 6. Just multiply this one. 5 times 3 is 15 ratio. I multiply these two ones. 5 times 4 is 20. I got, this is my combining ratio, and that's I got A value, B value, and C value. So that's that 20 basically. Don't be confused, that's 20. Okay, all right, hope you understand. Let's go for question number 4. All right, question number 4 said that the point A, B, and C, D lie in order in a straight line. Like I have a straight line, and they give me a ratio like A ratio B is 1 ratio 5, and A ratio C is CAC and CD. So I have a ratio 711. Okay, so kids, don't be confused. Look at here what I'm gonna do that. I make a straight line, okay? I have a 4 points on that. I'm gonna make it for you. The points is more easier to understand. A, I'm gonna make it B, I'm gonna make it C, I'm gonna make it on D. Okay, so I make a straight line, and in which I just make a 4 points is basically A, and that's a B, and that's a C point. Okay, and they give me a ratio. Let's label it to make my question more easier, so it's making more sense. A to B. I'm using different colors, so it's gonna be easier for you to how to do it. Let me use my favorite color. I'm gonna use blue. A ratio B is 1. And then if you focus, he said A ratio B. Look at the question, kids. AB is 1 and BD is 5. So I started with B and I go to D is basically a 5. I can make a box here as well like that. So you know A ratio to B is B and B to D is 5. Okay. My next one, he said that I'm using different colors so you don't be confused. Which one should I use? I used like the dark one. Okay, so in the second one he said A to C. So this is basically A to C. I have 7. A to C, like A to C, I have a 7. And the question is mentioned here, like here. C to D is 11. So I just started from C to D is basically just 11. I hope you understand. Okay. Alright, so this is all basically we done. So we have to combine because he said that I have to do AB, like it's already mentioned here. AB, BC, and CD, like I have to combine. So I'm just gonna combining the ratios. I'm gonna combine the ratios. So it's gonna be here. So you said how I do that. Let me just tell the trick to you. This is, look at my blue part, is 1 and 5 is basically is gonna be 6. Okay, look at my the brown bar, like where I write the 7 and 11. Obviously 7 and 11 is gonna be 18. All right, I got 18 here. Now you're thinking what number should I get here? So basically I will be get A to B, I will be get 3, and B to D, B to D, I get 15. Why? Because 6 times 3 is 18. So what I did, kids, is so don't be confused. So, like this blue part, I mentioned it, this one, AB, BD 1 ratio 5 is 1 and 5. Then AC to CD is 7 ratio 11. A to C, like this brown part is 7. C to D is 11. I have I have to figure out the next one. So 1 plus 5 total is 6. 7 times 11 is 18. It look like it's multiple of 3. So what I did, I multiply my 3 number with my blue part. 1 times 3 is 3. 5 times 3 is 15. So obviously when I add up, I also got like this part. When I also get 18. Is make sense, you kids? So it's mean let's make a equivalent ratio now. So I will say that I got 3, the middle part I subtracted, I got 4, and then last part is 11. So it's mean he said that AB, BC. So I got this part is A to B. This part I got B to C. This part I got C to D. So it's pretty like makes sense to you now, right? Okay, let's go next. Alright, that's our question number 5. Let's give it a try. If you any question do you think is not making sense, you can text to me. You can even comment it, ask it. And other thing, you can re-watch the video again, pause and try again, listen like my words repeating again. So you will be understand. Olivia and Jessica have total halfway as many sweets as Fran and Gray have in total. Fran and Gray share the sweets in 2:3, and the Olivia and Jessica share the sweets in 9:1. I have to Fran goes to W sweets, Gray got X, Olivia got Y, and Jessica got Z sweets. So I have to make a ratio for that. Okay, let's get ready. Alright, so I have to make a easier way to do this one. I'm gonna make like, okay, so okay, it's like an F main Farron ratio with Gray. In the starting of the question, he said it's gonna be 2:3. And then Olivia and Jessica is 9:1. All right. Okay, so basically I just make a ratio here about this one, 2:3, like Farron and Gray. And then like he said, Olivia and Jessica make a ratio 9:1. Okay, so my dear kids, like step by step try to understand. I am just finding the total for that is total is basically 5. All right, like I just make a total 5 parts for that. And for Olivia and Jessica, I have 9 plus 1 is mine. I have the 10 parts for that. Okay, in a question if you focus, he said that Olivia and Jessica have in total half as many sweets as Farron and Gray have in total. So it's mean Olivia and Jessica is have a half of the Farron and Gray. How much they gonna be have? So they said that Farron and Gray have total 100 sweets. Okay, so it's mean Olivia and Jessica have he used the word of total half here. Obviously I'm gonna write on here 50, so it is makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna distribute because he said that we have total 100 sweets. I'm gonna be divided 100. Why? Because look at here, Farron and Gray have the 5 parts, like 2:3. So kids, what I'm gonna do that 100 divided by 5, I got 20 sweets. I got 26. So literally what I'm gonna do that this 20 is gonna multiply with this number as well, with this number as well. So 20 times 2 is gonna be 40, and then Garen got 20 times 3 is got 60 here. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, let's talk about Olivia and Jessica here. But Olivia and Jessica, if you focus, I'm gonna focus on that part. He have 50, so I'm gonna be divide by 50. So I'm gonna do, let me make it more zoom. So 50 divided by 10, I got how much I got 5 sweets. Okay, so it's mean this number I'm gonna multiply with this number, and with this number I'm gonna be times. So I'm gonna be getting 5 times 9 is 45. Olivia and Jessica mean 5 times 5 is 5. So this is a Olivia and Jessica sweets per parts I got it, and that's Farron and Gray one I got it. I hope you understand every single thing. I'm gonna combine my ratio just like I usually do that. 40 ratio 60 ratio 45 ratio is 5. Okay, so let me write down with my new favorite color. I really love it, new colors, kids. Okay, 40. Oh yeah, I love it, this color. 40, 60, 45, and 5. Can I make a simplify this one because it's look like very like big number. I can simplify by using 5 times table. Don't ask me what do you mean by that. That's a common factor, but it's all of them 5. A lot of kids have become confused. What is that? No, this is just we dividing by 5. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 12 is 60. 5 times 45 is 9, and 5 times basically we are dividing by 5. I just make it a little bit simply, and that's my answer. So let's just conclude our question. What we did, he said that Farron and Gray, let me take my hand, Farron and Gray have got 2:3, so I write it 2:3 here. Olivia and Jessica got 9:1, I write 9:1, and I just make a total like 2 plus 3 is 5, 9 ratio plus 1 is 10 total. Then I focused my first line. He said Olivia and Jessica total is 100. It's mean the half of get total half as many sweets get Farron and Gray. So I got Farron and Gray is total, and then Olivia and Jessica got half. So I just make Olivia plus Jessica is equal to 50 because 100 half is 50. Alright. So Farron and Gray, because total is 100, I take this 100 and I divide it by 5 because 5 is total mean. So I got 20. So let's see how much Farron and Gray got. Farron got 2, so 2 times 40, 20 is 40. Gray called 3, so 3 times 20 is 60. Done. Olivia and Jessica basically got 50, so I used 50 divided by 10 because the total is 10, so I got 5. Alright, let's see how much Olivia and Jessica got. Olivia is got 9, so 9 times 5 is 40. Jessica got 1, 1 times 5 is 40, so 45:5. I just make it combining the ratio of all of them. The question was very like big numbers. I just simplify, and that's my answer. Make sure kids, he said that here in they need answer in simplest form. Alright, hope you that makes sense to you. Alright, we did a lot. We have question number 6 here. So Rizwan, write down the three numbers A ratio B. It's the same question I told you on the top. It's similar. You just combining the ratio, use the same way I did, and find out the answer. Okay. Alright, so you can see the whole question. I want to give a try. If kids, if you stuck on this question, then you can ask from me as well, and you can give me a comment. I will be share the solution with that. It's really important because this comes in 2020 paper. Alright, that's a question number 7. Okay, let me guide you how to do question number 7. Amol and Gamma and Harry each have a number of sweets. Write down the ratio. He give me the number of sweets. Gamma is 6 times the number of the sweets that Amol has. Okay, it's very easy. Like Amol. Oh wait, let me use a darker color. I'm gonna use blue. I'm just writing Amol is X because we don't know how much Amol get actually. He said number of sweets Gamma is 6 times, so his Gamma for G is 6 times of the Amol. I don't know Amol is it because that's why I write it X. So Gamma is gonna be 6X. The number of sweets Harry has, it's half of the number of the sweets that Gamma has. So Harry mean H is mean half, the half is 3 and 3X. So my dear kids, let's make a ratio now. It is a 2-mark question, kids, so nothing to be worried about it. X ratio 6X, and we're gonna make a ratio with 3X. I don't think so. I can simplify. I can simplify. I just can't. I just divide it by everything by X because X is common factor between all of them. So it's mean I'm gonna get my answer 1 ratio 6, 1 ratio 3. That's my answer, and then our lesson is finished. So number of a mole has 1, this has got 6, this has got 3, and we just make a ratio here. So That's the end of the combining ratio. Finally, we just cover like all. In the last video we talked about combining ratio like simple questions. It was also like choose from the past paper questions. This is what the main word problems I want you go through again. And if you think about like are you stucking again, you just give me a text or you can contact with me on my email. Okay, all right, that's the time to go now. See you in the next video and we will be start the new topic. I will be let you know soon. Okay, all right, if you hope you like it my videos, and then so you can be subscribe my channel as well. All right, bye bye, see you next video.